especially if you were out of puberty, but since you're not. All right, let's get down to business. Like the announcer said, I've been champion numerous times. All of you know that I have a very, very short temper. It seems to me that in tonight's official lineup, Mid-American Wrestling here, everybody, I've got the lineup. Seems to me that Dave Prazak has been coming around here running rapid with these kind of little, what is this, sex and violence? We personify sex and violence in the women's division, Prazak. That's what we do. The sex is because we can do it, and the violence is because we're capable of tearing balls off a little bitty, short, immature brat that thinks he is a wrestler. You can't, what? Wait a minute. This is mine. You want to do it now? Oh, I'll be glad to do it now. I got no problem. Main event, nothing. Hey, I got a main event going on every minute, every day of my life. You're no different, buddy.
You have anything more to say? Sensational Sherri, I don't know why you're talking any kind of trash about me or about CM Punk or about Jason Kronan. I mean, you haven't even been in Mid-American Wrestling since last summer at Wilson Park for the last summer Sizzler. So why are you sticking your nose in my business is the question.
Because I am a woman. I am the one wrestling you in the main event with your other two little punks and my Bambinos, buddy. So I can stick my nose wherever the heck I please, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it, big boy, because I am licensed. I have passed the physical, and there is not too much that I'm not thinking about doing to you tonight, big boy.
I don't think Sensational Sherri knows what she's getting into. This is a table and ladder match. Best 2 out of 3 tables declares the winner of the match. And if you haven't seen, Jason Kronan is one of the best athletes in this company, as is CM Punk. And I, tonight, am going to prove that I am a better athlete than Sensational Sherri.
Crawling you're gonna do tonight, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sherri Martel best wrestling today. So please, please, keep it down. I know you're used to what you're used to at home with the Jerry Springer and the drinking and the beating of your kids and everything else. And until you learn to live the straight edge lifestyle that I live with Jason Kronan and myself, you will never be anything compared to us. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, manager of champions, Sausage King of Chicago, Dave and their tag team partner, Kenosha, on your feet and make some noise for the sensational Sherri!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's our main event tonight. It's pitting the legendary Sherri Martel, sensational Sherri Martel, and the Bambino brothers versus Sex and Violence with their manager, David Prazak. And I tell you, this is going to be a hard-hitting match, a weird mixed match where we have two gentlemen and a woman versus a manager and his two men of Sex and Violence. And again, that's something you don't want to do, is because Sherri Martel is known, or sensational Sherri Martel is known to have a temper on her, and she's really going to be mad. I guess Dave Prazak probably insulted her, and that's one thing you just don't want to do in this business, is insult somebody like Sherri Martel, because she's a very, very aggressive veteran and a very excellent, and I mean excellent women's wrestler. She's a lot better than what I've seen in the past. I mean, and what we have nowadays. Sensational Sherri is the top of her line, one of the best women's wrestlers of all time. And against this trio of Sex and Violence and David Prazak, again, all five men, if you think of it, don't have the experience like Sensational Sherri, and that's what's going to make this excellent. One of these teams will become a legendary tag team, And you have, and this is a very mixed, not only mixed with the sexes of the tag team, but a mixed style of matches. You have the brawlers of sex and violence, where they're going to hard-hit it, versus a high-flying Bambino brothers, which gives them a advantage. Again, ooh, by the way, that's a nice flip over one of the, and I guess the Bambino brothers, these guys are very good wrestlers, a great tag team, and I see a great future of these guys. They're high flyers, they work good together, and again, sex and violence, another good tag team, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't like them, you gotta give them credit where credit's due. They are a good tag team. And when you have somebody like Sensational Sherri in the ring, she's a great veteran and a great wrestler. I give her credit where credit's due. She is a great females wrestler. Held many belts, the AWA women's belt, and she was the WF women's belt. She also managed someone like the Macho Man and Shawn Michaels and a tag team of Harlem Heat. And not too long ago, she managed the legendary George the Animal Steele in Heroes of Wrestling. And here she goes. She's going to lock up with either this is sex or... Ooh, scratch. Again, you know, hey, ladies and gentlemen, yes, she's a woman, but she can really take care of herself. I've seen her take care of a lot of guys in her past. And I tell you right now, she knows when you're in the ring with her, don't just think because she's a woman she can't take care of herself. She could be like a tigress. And right now she's giving sex maybe, or violence, a creeper that he will never forget. And he's ooh, a nice thing. Ooh, another. I tell you, no, he'd be feeling that. And Dave Prazak is saying to the referee, look, she's giving wedgies. She's giving the referee going, hey, listen, either one of you guys get tagged, and I don't care who gets tagged, but one of you guys get in. And I guess this is the sex guy, and it says X-rated. I know he doesn't look like he's sex-rated. Yeah, or X-ray, I should say. Ooh, a nice low blow. I don't think X didn't see that. And another slap. And here he goes. Ooh. He's just tag team as Mayor Dip. He goes, why are you taking me in with this wild woman? And she's destroying, she goes, head meat mat. Here, I'm going to show you what I mean when don't mess with Sensational Sherri. And here, oh, ladies and gentlemen, she really, really gave that dude an earache, if you know what I mean. And, ooh, another head to the mat. Carrying now, ladies and gentlemen, that's one thing you just don't want to do. I mean, as lovely as Sherri Martel is, don't let the looks fool you. She is an excellent wrestler, and she knows how to use her body. And I'll tell you right now, there's been a lot of men and women who know Sherri Martel. And, ooh, a nice forearm shot. And again, the object of this match is to put your opponent through a table. And, ooh, he's exhausted. He said, I'm not taking this. I'm going to lay down. But somebody tells Sherri it's not a pinfall. You got to put your opponent through a table. And I tell you right now, and she's really going to, ooh, a nice shock to the jaw to David Prazak. And Sherri's not taking anymore. She's going to show this manager or wrestler or whatever you want to call him. To me, I think he's a loser. But anybody who messes with Sherri Martel is one thing. Either you run home and tell your mommy, or just fight like a man, because she's going to rip you apart like a tigress. And like I said, I've seen. And look, again, the same fan is just giving trouble to sex and violence. And I don't know if this is a good thing to do, because sex and violence is not going to, that's not going to win you any belts or anything, ladies and gentlemen. The subject of wrestling is going in the ring, and look, the Bambino boys are putting Dave Prazak on that table, and Sherri Martel's going to probably, hey, wait, look, the sex came in there, and he just pulled Dave Prazak. He's hitting one of the Bambino brothers, and tearing down, and there's, but the double teaming of the Bambino brothers, and, look at that, ladies, right in the corner turnbuckle, and he's hitting them, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you, he's hitting both of them, and Sensational Sherri's taking Dave Prazak with a surprise attack. She's just planning like a tigress trying to get an Apollo. She's just pulling them up there by his black hair, or his rooted black hair. Ooh, a nice shot in the midsection. And she's, right on the table. And, another hit on the table. And Sherri Martel is saying, look, why don't you just face it? I'm just going to finish you off. You might as well just go home and tell it to your mommy, because I'm going to just rip you apart because she is good at hunting her opponents. And that's why she became the WF champion and the AWA champion. And now she's just taunting David Prazak. Again, let's keep an eye on her because she is a very sneaky woman. She's chasing, and I don't know if that's a smart way because every time you do something like that, you know there's some sort of trick. And they're in the ring. This is something. He's climbing the ladder. He's climbing the ladder. And I tell you, ooh, a nice smack in the butt. I'll tell you now, I guess somebody should have did that a long time ago. Maybe his parents. I don't know. But he's getting smacked in that butt. He's getting, ooh, another smack in the butt. And I tell you now, Sherri Martel, it's just, ooh, hey, David Prazak is doing some cheap shots on her. And another smack. I'll tell you, oh, right at the table there. Winner for the first bout is Sex and Violence with David Prazak. And I tell you, that was just unbelievable. I can't believe this broke the table nearly in half. And again, ladies and gentlemen, to win this match, you have to shoot your opponent through the table. I don't know if the referee's going to have it. It doesn't look like the table's really in half. But she did, yeah, she did some damage on there. And, the Bambino boys are just trying to save their tag team partner. They're trying to now move the ladder. I don't know if they're going to use the ladder for anything. And look at that. This, again, the subject in this type of mats, the ladders, tables, they use anything to win a match. And they're going to double T on Bambino. Here it's Dino or Bobby, one of the two. And he's got him in the hair. He's pulling him on there. And he's going to do a suplex. And here comes that suplex. And he's going to... right down. He's going to be pinning him. I don't know if he's going to be pinning him. Right now, he's grabbing his back. Must have really did some painful back stretches there. He's got him in the hair. He's tag teaming to his tag team partner, either at Sex or Violence, one of the two. Again, these are up-and-coming stars. I don't know which one is which. But I get they're great, doing some great teamwork. And the fans, again, are booing. And, a nice flip to the Bambinos. But, again, this is not a pinfall match. This match is to put your opponent through a table. And he's just looking on and kicking him on the chest, giving one of the Bambinos a tattoo, if you might say. And speaking of violence, look at the tattoos on Violence. Terry, now he looks like a painting board. And, again, he's pulling his hair. And, hitting him through a second rope. And then, he's just grabbing by that long black hair. And, another head over the turnbuckle. He's just playing with one of the Bambino boys. He's just walking around there. The referee is just, he's beyond himself. He says, this is unbelievable. They're bringing another table through there, looking for either a table or a ladder, because this is a ladder tables match. And he's got him down on the count. He's got him a chokehold. The referee is checking him out, seeing if it's closed. Again, he's got him on there. The referee is just saying, come on. And I don't know why he's not checking. It could be a closed fist, but one of the Bambino brothers on his feet. He's throwing him in there. And there's a shoulder block. Again, he's getting the upper hand. And there's that cross. And here he goes. And right now, this is something to shake. Knocking too. Just like pool, ladies and gentlemen. Like he knocked both the balls with one of the pool sticks. And he's going in there twisting the arm. And what is this? He's going to plan to suplex him. And there he goes, that suplex. And will this be a perfect place? Again, there's no pinfall. Somebody had to tell these guys there is no pinfall. He's arguing with the referee, and the referee is just telling him, hey, ladies and gentlemen, there is no pinfall. A kick there. Again, this is a hard-fought match. This is the main event. Sensational Sherri Martel with the Bambino. A kick to Sensational Sherri. And I guess Violence is this. Guys want a clean house. And he's just punching, and he's telling the fans, this is the fifth defense, Sensational Sherri. If you're proud of that, I don't know if you can be proud of that. You're a guy and you're hitting a woman like that? I don't know. He's putting in a corner turnbuckle, and he's just going to flip him over to the other turnbuckle, and I don't know if he's going to do anything again. He's going to pancake him, kind of. And this one, he's just missed. He's going to be talking soprano, I'll tell you now. And, Knocked down on her. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you now, this is one of the most hard-hitting matches I ever seen in my days of professional wrestling. And the referee is just looking on and saying, are you all right? After that, you might be seeing stars, and maybe he is. He thinks it's nighttime, and it's in the mid-afternoon. And he's, I tell you now, there's a lot of action going on in the ring and outside the ring. I don't know if anything, and there's, a kick to the breadbasket of one of the Bambinos. And the manager, Dave Prazak, is just taunting the fans, and he's just watching his guys. And and the upper hand, one has the other, and the other has the other. And a flip on the ropes. And here's that flip, and a hurricanrana. And I tell you now, that was just unbelievable. He's taking a ladder. I don't know what's the ladder. He's going to push him there. A nice hit in the head. A nice smack in the side of the head. And he's just throwing him in there. You better see his chiropractor. And here he comes. He's got that. He's grabbing that ladder. He's going to use it as a foreign object or a weapon. And here he is. Spraying him in the forehead with that ladder. And I tell you now, he's just his damage. I tell you now, I've watched wrestling since I was 5 years old, and I never seen a match this intense. And a nice drop kick in the back. He's this, ladies and gentlemen, this is not your moms and dads wrestling. This is Mid-American Wrestling, and this is where the rough and tumble sport. And he's got him, what's this? And a drop, more like an atomic drop. But again, ladies and gentlemen, no table on this one. And what was this? And one of the Bambino boys, and that, so he was trying to do something, but I think Sex tried to do something there. And again, this is a hard-fought match, and there's a slam. Is this anything to do with any matches? I'll tell you now, this is going to be a pinfall, because if they hit you the wrong way, you could be paralyzed. This is no game they're playing. This is wrestling at Mid-American Wrestling, and I'll tell you now, he's just motioning the fans what he's going to do, and he's hitting one of the Bambino boys. And I tell you now, Sensational Sherri and one of the Bambino boys is just, he's just hitting Sensational Sherri. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe this is ungentlemanly. Like, he's just hitting her like she's nothing. I tell you now, these guys mean business, and they just mean it. And Dave Prazak is this, he just, I don't know, poked the eyes. I don't know if that's a wise thing to do. And then he's just pulling the hair. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so weary, because these guys are just tearing me out. Because I tell you now, the fast pace on here. And look at this. And look at that. That must have hurt. Tell you now, sex and violence are just clearing out house. They're just they're just cleaning house, ladies and gentlemen. He's just kicked him in the side of the ribs. He's got that ladder. He's getting that ladder up. He's putting in that corner turnbuckle. He might end one of the careers of the Bambinos. These guys aren't playing fairly. And I'll tell you now, he's just up here ahead. But there's a reversal. And here we go. And I'll tell you now, the Bambinos are getting their second win. And I'll tell you now, when any wrestler gets a second win, he's something you just don't want to mess with. And a nice sock to the side of the head. He throws him the ropes. And a nice, cleanly drop kick. And will this be the pin? And again, there's no pin, I should say. He's going to do some of theirs. Here comes, that was really executed, but it was missed. I'll tell you now, his stomach probably is hurting. He's got him, look at that. He's just hitting him. I'll tell you right now, wrestling fans, and there's Dave Prazak. He's going to do anything and everything possible to have his guys win a match. And here he comes. And here's, he's got him. And, a backbreaker. He's got, I tell you, this is a hard-hitting match. I tell you now, when you have a manager, but they're hitting back. I guess they're not giving up. The Bambino brothers are not giving up. And I tell you now, and when you're wrestling, that's one thing you just don't want to do is give up, because you'll not only give up, but you can lose the match that way. And the sex and violence are really working this team over. And I'll tell you right now, this has been one of the matches of the century. I tell you now, this has got to be one of the matches of the century. And a kick. And I tell you now, they're setting up that table because they're going to hit somebody through that table. They're going to have to go through it. And this might be the thing that's going to break the camel's back. And I tell you, they're putting it in the ring. And I'll tell you now, both Sex and Violence and David Prazak probably trying to in the ring because 3 against 1. What's not even matchup. And I'll tell you now, they're sitting at that table, and they're tend to put somebody in through that table. And what's going to happen? What would be a surprise? And look, they're getting ready. They're getting ready for the go through that table. And I'll tell you right now, you don't want this to happen because you'll lose the match if you go through this table. And I've seen table matches, but this one, ooh, a nice knockout. And there is this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Both Sensational Sherri and Bobby Bambino just came in the ring there. Now got in their second win, which you don't want that to happen. This is one thing and one thing only, is to go through a table, and that's what they're going to be doing through that table. And ooh, a slam by Sensational Sherri, and nobody does it better like Sensational Sherri. And I'll tell you right now, David Prazak is in no man's land, and literally no man's land, when you have a wild, wild woman like Sensational Sherri and 2 wild Italians, the Bambino boys, and they're hitting David Prazak. And now there's only one thing to do, and maybe to win this match is to go through that table, and it's time to just put David Prazak through a table like a steak through a T-bone through somebody's stomach. And here it is. This is going to be the clincher today. They're going to have him in there, and they're just working on Sensational Sherri. Is really one thing you just don't want to do. You just don't want to get her mad. Ooh, great between the legs, a bullseye, and this could just be such a fine match, and a fine match you just don't want to be in, ladies and gentlemen, and especially with Sensational Sherri. That's one person you just don't want to get mad at. Ooh, a nice one. This is a fast. They already 2 both have put somebody through a table, and this could be the clincher. And they're both aiming for that table, and here it is. They're going to be jamming that table through. They're going to jam David Prazak through that table, and here it goes. They're ready. 1, 2, 3. Here he goes, and we're going to rock and roll. And your winner, and the winner of the match and the main event, Sensational Sherri and the Bambino boys, are your main event winners. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this was one of the greatest matches of all time in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And they're going to do it again. Let's do it one more time. Oh! And it really, if you don't do it once, do it one more time. And that really went right in half. I guess David Prazak is going to be waking up tomorrow morning with a backache. And here comes a high flying, and this could be ending the match. Oh, right on the table, and your winners, again, the winners in the second and third fall in this match, the Bambinos and Sensational Sherri, is tonight's main event winners. And I'll tell you now, this was the most electrifying match I've seen in years. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ralph the Mouthpill, the voice of professional wrestling here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Seeing you at the matches. You guys drive safely, and I'll see you next week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the Brat Stop in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We're with one of the legendary female wrestlers of all time, Sensational Sherri Martel.
You're tongue-tied today. You must have went out and had some very strange sex last night.
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what.
Well, I'm not married.
Well, that's good, too. But why are you so tongue-tied?
I don't know. That's how I am. Hey, how did you get into this entertainment?
You're really going to print that.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you really are.
I'm crazy.
What do you mean, how did I get into this business?
Yes.
Just like anybody else. I went through a school, but then again, for women, it's always so hard in this business because we're always considered, you know, like the midgets, an alternate. So what happens is women just kind of get pushed to the back, which is a really bad thing. But today, like McMahon's coming out with with all the women, WC China, and then WCW's got some girls over there. They get Tori Wilson. Well, she's not a wrestler. What am I saying? The only thing she's got a lot of silicone. Oh, that's it, the silicone. That's why there's no more lady wrestlers today. They don't want to be managers or wrestlers anymore. They want to get silicone, plastic surgery. Deal with what you've got, girls. You can change the outside, but the inside stays the same. Therefore, when you're trying to compete on a professional level with myself or any other lady wrestler that has been through the ropes, has paid her dues time and time again, whereas everyone else goes to the doctor, gets it tucked and blown out. And God knows what else they're implanting in there. I mean, I could tell you about somebody that had some implants somewhere else, but I think I'll skip that. Bottom line is, I got in this business to be a lady wrestler. I did not get in this business to be somebody's little flunky going out there getting coffee for the boys. That's not my job here. My job here is to deliver violence, and whatever level that I choose to escalate that on.
And another thing, speaking of the other lady wrestlers and everything, like China or Asia, and you know, they're all show and not sport. Like when you were wrestling, I remember you just came in, you beat some butt, and you came in and went out of the ring. I mean, that's what I liked about you.
With all due respect to China and Asia, I mean, I was in the ring a long time before those guys came in. I mean, everybody's wearing thongs and stuff now. I was wearing that a long time ago. But the wrestling business, like everything else, as it changes, so do the people within it have to change. Otherwise, nobody's going to be interested. That's why everybody's wants to get in on wrestling right now, because it's such a hot commodity. Everybody makes good money. There's good entertainment, with the exception of a few things. However, we won't go into that. But I just think wrestling for women in this century, and it's went to another level. Like I said, there's a lot of silicone, all that kind of stuff, you know, which I think is harmful to the body. Then, I don't know.
Well, hey, you look great. I mean, for the amount of years you've been wrestling, you look great. You come in, like I said, I've seen you in the Heroes of Wrestling. I've seen everything. You do a great job. I mean, I wish there were more female wrestlers like you. I mean, you're a class act.
Thank you.
You know, and I wish there were more female wrestlers like you.
As do I. It will make my job a lot easier. The girls that are coming into the business today, they're not being trained as well as they used to be, which makes it a lot harder for everyone else because they get in there, they don't know what they're doing. They have a tendency of hurting people. When it comes to my body, if I can't trust the person I'm working with in there, or even if I don't trust them, you know, I'm not in this business to hurt and end somebody's career. That is not, and never has been, my point of being in this business. I wrestle, I come and I do what I do best, and that's all I can do.
And do you have any comments for anybody trying to get into this entertainment?
Go to school, get your education, and have a job to fall back on, because if you're a woman in this business, your chances are slim and none.
And what do you see in the future for female wrestling?
That's still to be determined. I mean, I can't predict what's going to happen. I would have never been able to predict what's happening today. It's, you know, it's your guess as good as mine.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
And back to you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Brat Stop, and I'm with one of the legendary and one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, Sensational Sherri Martel.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, all righty, great. What are we going to expect from you tonight here at Kenosha, the Brat Stop?
Well, over the last 20 years, my career is going up from one point to another, going from, you know, from being a very nice lady to being a not a very nice lady. So I don't really see any reason or anyone to change my disposition for. So therefore, what you can expect from me tonight is lots of violence, lots of sex, and I plan on taking a little bit of Prazak's ass. Excuse me.
Well, back to you.